Hello everyone, happy Sunday. Today, since it's Sunday, I want to give you some practices that are not a real workout, but that are very useful to feel good in your body. Just restorative practices, feel good practices. So we start sitting on the mat with crossed legs, and we're going to place the right foot on top of the left knee. If you're comfortable in this position, great. If you're not, you can just sit on a chair and bring the right foot up onto the left knee. So from this position, we're going to start massaging the right foot with our thumbs. We start from the base of the toes, drawing circular movements on the ball of the foot, and then slowly moving down towards the heel. So you're drawing circles on both sides of the foot, imagining there is a midline of the foot. You're drawing circles on both sides of this midline. When you get to the heel, you start again from the ball of the foot, imagining of opening the center of the foot out towards the sides with these circular movements. And one last time, from the toes down towards the heel, drawing circles. And if you find an area of your foot that is more tense, you can just linger a bit on that area, stay a little bit more, and try to release the tension with your thumbs. Now just overlap your thumbs in the center of the heel, and you're sliding up towards the first ray, in between the big toe and the second toe. And then from the heel again, sliding up towards the toes, and one more time, pressing a little bit down with your thumb into the foot, and then out. So now we're going to place each finger in between the toes. So we're creating space in between the toes. So completely try to slide the toes completely down so that you're completely creating a closure in the ball of the foot, and you're holding the ball of the foot with your hand. Then you're moving the ankle passively. So it's with your left hand, you're moving the right ankle, trying not to hold any tension in the ankle, and just draw circles, trying to move at the full range that you can possibly move your ankle today, and then change opposite direction. You could feel a slight discomfort in your toes if you have tension in your toes and in the ball of the foot. Maybe it's not so easy to spread the toes as much. That's okay, it's really good for you, so you can just have a little bit of discomfort now, but it will feel good after. And then we start moving the toes, dorsiflexing and plantiflexing the toes with the hand. So again, we're trying not to activate the muscles in the foot, but just trying to mobilize the joints with the hand. And then slide the fingers out, and just have the right hand on the top of the foot and the left hand on the plant of the foot, and slide out with the full hand, and again out, and one last time out. And then just place your right foot on the floor and your left foot, and you can feel the difference. You can feel how much lighter the right foot feels, And you can probably see the difference because the right foot will be lighter and probably the color will be different, so that to show how the blood has started to circulate differently. And if you wait a minute, you can probably feel the circulation improvement going up into your leg and into your whole body. Now bend the right leg and place the left foot on top of the right knee, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So we start with the thumbs, massaging the foot, drawing circles on both sides of the foot, from the ball of the foot, moving down towards the heel, and then again from the ball of the foot, circling the thumbs. You need to press into the foot a bit so that you feel if there is tension somewhere, and then you just want to insist a little bit there so that you can release the tension. And one more time, just circling and pressing into the muscles of the plantar fascia to condition those muscles to balance out any tension. And then overlapping the thumbs from the heel, sliding up towards the toes. And again, we're trying to press and slide up. And one more time, slide. And then slide your fingers in between the toes, trying to create full closure. And then holding the metatarsal part of the foot to create movement in the ankle first. So drawing circles all around the ankle. Trying to find full range of motion in your ankle. And then the other side. And then we're moving the toes towards the back of the foot and the plant of the foot, passively moving the foot without creating any muscular engagement. And then sliding out, and with the full hand, right hand on the plant of the foot, left hand on the back of the foot, you're sliding out, 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 and out. And then you place both feet down. And now you can feel the lightness in your feet and then up into your legs. So what are we doing next? What is this? This is just a pair of tights, and I'm using it as a TheraBand instead of a TheraBand. So you know those elastic bands that you can use for stretching? If you don't have one at home, you can use a pair of tights or a pair of leggings or any stretchy item that can do the same function. And we're going to use this to improve our costolateral breathing. So when we are stressed and when we are anxious especially, or sometimes just as a habit, especially when we sit for a long time, for example, our breathing becomes very superficial and very high in the chest. So this kind of breathing. So if you feel your breathing is quite anterior, is in the front of your body and high in your body, this might be caused by anxiety or a sedentary life, and it's not really healthy because your diaphragm is just sitting and not moving, so your whole metabolism is affected. So to improve the breathing, to improve the costal lateral breathing, means to feel the breathing lower down in your torso into your rib cage. So this band is going to create a feedback for us, for our breathing, that really helps improving the breathing. So we're going to cross the band in front of us and we're pulling out. You can keep your elbows close to the body and just pull out slightly with the band. So when you're breathing in, you're going to expand the sides of the chest into the band. And then when you're breathing out, you're pulling. So again, breathing in, expand the sides of the chest and the back of the chest, the back of the torso into the band, and then breathing out, you're narrowing. We're also engaging our lower abs in this. So as you breathe in, you release. As you breathe out, you pull your belly button up and in towards the spine, flattening your lower belly. And then again, breathe in into the resistance, and then breathing out, narrow your chest. Once more, breathe in and out. And again, breathe in and out. Okay, so this is really helps to feel the movement deep, the deep movement in the torso, the movement of the diaphragm. Now we're going to change into a quadruped position and we're going to place the band. So before we have folded the tights so that it was shorter. Now we can make it a bit longer and still placing it around the ribs and still crossing the band in front of the chest. And now you are just placing it down, so you can turn it around your hands so that you don't lose it. And then you just place your hands onto the mat. So we're going into a all fours position, quadruped position. Hands are in line with the shoulders and knees are in line with the hips. And in this position, we're going to flex the spine, the thoracic spine, into the band and back to center. So the aim here is not to create a resistance to increase the muscular effort. It will be a light resistance, but it will give us feedback for movement. So we'll become more aware of the movement actually happening in the chest, in the thoracic spine. So again, breathing out to flex, breathing to go back to center, breathing out, flex, breathing to center, and again out, flex, and back to neutral. Next time we are going to slide the ribs into the band, so just gliding towards the right side and back to center. So it's not a lateral flexion, it's not hiking of the hip, it's just a slide, a gliding of the ribs, displacing the ribs in space towards the right and then towards the left. It's a small movement, intervertebral movement from side to side. Let's try to breathe in when we glide to one side, out to bring it back to center, in to glide, out, back to center, in, and out. Then we're going to match these two movements into a sort of a rainbow shaped movement. So we're moving the ribs, gliding to the right, and then up towards the ceiling into a flexion, and then to the left, and then back to neutral, and now to the left, up into a rainbow towards the right, and then back to center. And just sit onto your heels, and from this sitting position now we're going to double the band again and place the band behind your neck, so really onto the top of your neck, holding it on both sides with your hands. You're creating like a hammock for your head, for the base of your skull. So from here we're going to have just enough resistance to create some support on the base of your skull, and we're going to extend, just lay onto the hammock, and then you're pulling with your hands to bring yourself up to a vertical position, neutral position. So again, we're laying onto the hammock for the extension. We're pulling with the arms just delicately to go back to vertical. And then again, extend, breathe in. Breathing out, lengthen to go back. And again, breathing in to extend. And then going back. We're going to add a rotation, so extend, breathing in, breathing out, rotate to the right, back to the center of the extension, rotate to the left, back to center, and then back to vertical, and again breathing in, extend, breathe out, turn, in, back to center, breathe out, turn, in, back to center, and then back to vertical. We can place this down, place your hands on the mat, curl your toes forward, shift the weight onto your toes, into your squat position, let the weight of the head drop down towards the hand, let the tailbone and weight of your pelvis drop down into the heels, and just do a few more breathings in this position. So as we breathe in, we feel the inner space of our bodies expanding, and then as we breathe out, we let the weight of the body drop even more into the legs, down towards the floor. And then once more, really breathe in, expand. And breathe out, release. And then extend the knees, bring the heels down onto the mat. Let the weight of your body drop down onto the floor before you start rolling up. So you're going to send the weight onto your heels, send the tailbone down, bring the pelvis on top of your feet, and then roll up through the spine, shoulder blades sliding to the side. The head will be the last one to come to a neutral position. Thank you very much for watching today. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you tomorrow.